two, one.
Welcome back to Live with Laila with a lot of pauses. Sorry about that, guys. And I think Steve wants to say something about the subject.
I just would like to come back on the previous question about the French president and this story, because Mo was right. In France, for example, we really don't mix politics and religion. Okay, and for example, this story with Bill Clinton and his mistress in France, not about Clinton cheating his wife, because of the media, and they almost put Bill Clinton in jail for this. For French people, it was something it's just impossible. You cannot do that because we don't mix personal life and professional life. Everybody was thinking like, but hey, we don't care. He has a mistress. Okay, it's not good. It's not nice for his wife. But at the same time, hey, it's not our business. This type of story is just impossible in France.
Yeah, but it's in Asia also. When that happened, we were laughing about it because as long as they screw a woman and don't screw the country, we don't give a shit. That's the way we see it. So we are in the same line.
Yeah, in France, Steve,
we just want. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Every president, and for some of them, children with their mistress, But in a way, we don't care. We don't care.
Right.
This is,
Only your wife should care because then they need to beat the shit out of you. I got to bring Mo up also. And now this is the question that we're going to change it to women. So I know women stray too. I've lived a very fruitful life, I would like to think. So I have to be responsible enough. If you have talk shows like this, you cannot be one-sided. You also have to admit what you do in life, and that's what makes it real. So I've been on both sides where, I've had affairs with married men, and I've had a relationship with that, which I had an affair with. So on the side of being the other woman, it's not a very nice feeling because you get lonely, you're always second best, and you sneak around. There's some kind of excitement, but it's also as you go on, you always feel that you don't have the support of the man that you're supposed to be in love with. And then, I had a relationship where I know that my partner was cheating on me. But with somebody that he paid for. And I didn't want to sleep with him anymore. So it works out very, very well. So for me, I like to think that I'm not unfair. So whatever you deal with, you have to be responsible for it. I think, I think my producer is listening to me also. So for being the other women, with the other woman, we always think that the wives should start blaming their husbands and not the other woman, because the husbands are the ones that stood there with them with a vow. You gotta. I'm not asking the wives or whatever to take sides and think about the other woman. No, you shouldn't give a shit. But instead of attacking the woman most of the time, you should question your husband. He should put his dick in his pants and not anybody else. That's the way I see it. Oh, Steve, you're taking a deep breath. Did I say something wrong?
No. Everybody's saying, this guy is cheating his wife. It's bad. It's because of this other woman. I don't know. No, this is just a consequence, for me. You and your wife, as I told you, the communication. I'm not going to blame the wife, of course, but
yeah, you better not.
It seems there's some issue. Okay, so you cannot blame only the guys because he cheats you, or only the girl who steal your husband. No, this is just the consequence. So you have to. That's all. The guys is but she doesn't really take care about the guys. Or, I don't know. There's thousands of potential issue problem, but when the guys cheat the woman, it's just the consequence. Okay.
Okay.
You have to question yourself. The guys has to question himself, but the woman also. Okay. It's why I told you a couple of minutes ago. It's a problem of communication. Okay.
Yeah, but if your wife hates your guts, they don't want to communicate with you, it won't work either.
Sure, but at least you have to try.
Yes, to try again until you fail.
No. Yeah, try again. No. Of course, there's a limit. If guy doesn't want to speak or to explain, no, you stop and that's all. Huh?
Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to Mo and Daryl. Hopefully the connection is better. So so women stray. Okay. I mean, guys that think that women don't stray, they should just take some kind of a reality check pill. Mostly women astray because something is not happening in the home. Kids are out of the house. Now the husband works 24/7, and then finally, they find their own independence and more liberal. They don't have this little kids, sucking on or hanging onto their legs. And because there's no communication with the husband, so they tend to find something else. So, women likes to be praised. Women likes to be worshipped, just like men. And sometimes men forget that. So I speak for most women. Women are more emotional creature. We just don't have an affair for the sake of having an affair. There's always something lacking in the house, and it's got to do with emotion more than just the physical part. And I agree with you, Mo. Sometimes your body changes, and your body just cannot function anymore. No more kinky stuff and shit like that in bed. But also, what do you think of as men when your partner's stray? I'm not saying, I'm talking about in general. I'm not assuming your partner's stray. Daryl, if you can hear me, would you like to chip in?
I think it works both ways for men and women. It doesn't really matter. I mean, at the end, the person's loyalty, sense of betrayal, and as you say, drudgery of life. I can in a certain extent understand that why women would stray as well. It's just like men. Just tedium, boredom, life's pressures, la-di-da, and all that. But it boils down to that particular individual, how responsible and or they just let maybe like say for the expression of men, let the dick control the brain or whatever, So it really doesn't really matter if it's men or women. It's all down to pressurized or pressure in life, and they just want to break away from tedium, and then there's someone shows interest in this, they enjoy it, and they succumb to the temptation. Who knows? Everybody's different. So.
Okay, so I'm just I'm going to end it shortly, Mo. I know you go like Mo is in the US now. He's going to bed, and he was kind enough. Aduh, sakit kaki aku. I just knocked my leg. So my question is this: most men don't think that their wife would stray. They always think that their wife, it's unthinkable if their wife stray. Other women would stray. Other women that are married would stray, but not their wives. So most of them mostly it's ego driven, right? I'm sure you don't even have to answer that. I know the answer. So if you, I'm going to close this very quickly. I know we all got to work, and I know we've been running late. So my question is this: is it worse as a man if you find out your partner? When I talk about wife, it can be a partner. You find out your partner is having an affair with a woman. Errol. Hello. Errol, can you hear me?
Me?
Yeah, you. Daryl, right? Daryl, hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay, so how
Yes,
is it?
very intermittent, in and out.
Yeah, okay, so the question is, what what happens if you find out that your wife or your partner is having an affair with a woman? How would you feel about that?
If I found out my partner or wife is having an affair with another woman,
Yes.
is that your question?
Yes, that's my question.
So a lesbian thing, yeah?
I don't know whether it's a lesbian thing, but they, yeah, I know every man like smiling lesbian thing is okay. But when it comes to like real relationship, it's not like a, one night stand that they go and have a menage a trois, but a relationship. They leave your ass.
Yeah, I think if that happens, then fundamentally there's some issues already in your marriage already. That's why you're stray. So you gotta examine the root cause and all that. I mean, if you're a calm and level-headed person, rather than just explode at the discovery of an affair. But I mean, to me, there's a very weird turn if I realize that my partner is screwing around with another woman. Now that's very odd to me. I didn't even know that you play both ways, that you're bisexual for starters.
And didn't ask you to join it. That's the worst part.
Yeah, but
So
I guess it's the same shit, right? I mean, at the end of it, so it's how much you love that person, and then your capacity to forgive and all that stuff, And if you look at the grand picture, grand scheme of things, is there children involved and da 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 and all the rest of it, So yeah, so it's not just a simple strip yes or no to that kind of question. But I think certainly if I was to realize my partner or my wife is a lesbian, that alone should shock you. It shows you how much you know about your partner. That there's the famous Harold Melvin song, and the simply red cover. If you don't know me by now, that's very fucking applicable, isn't it?
Yes.
Then fuck you. There's something wrong with you too, right?
So Mo,
you don't even know your partner well. That she's lesbian.
That's true. So Mo, what do you think?
Well, I think if my wife or partner has an affair with another woman, I would go and try to tackle the other woman, and then I could get lucky.
What about you? You're an ass, man. Steve, what about you?
Yeah, it's so that men or women, at the end, the result is the same. But for the ego, I think I prefer, my wife cheat me or go with a woman, because at least it's not another guy who is maybe better than you, this type of shit. And
oh my goodness. Okay, go ahead.
Negotiate for a threesome.
Threesome? I hope your wife is not watching. But Mo, I want to ask you, Mo.
Yes.
So Mo, I want to ask you. So you are a bit. I've known you for so long. You are very, very lighthearted, and you're not biased, which is fantastic. And you guys too. It's fantastic to hear from men's point of view. For me, as many women, I think for us it's a bit more shocking when we find out that our partners are having sex with another man. I think that because for women, we are taught our body is the temple la, the whatever la, and then suddenly you find out your partner goes the other way with, it's shocking. Whether it's men or women, I think if you were to say to women, if you were to have an affair, if you find out your partner has an affair with another woman or another man, most of them will be more shocked if it was with another man. That's my personal view. So on that note, there are two things that I want to say about phrases. People cheat because they can. And then there's also a phrase that women believe that men likes to throw around, is that treat them mean and keep them keen, I think. So I'm not sure about you guys, but maybe there's some truth in those phrases, but we have to leave it today. I'm so grateful for you guys to be here and sit down and discuss the issues that are at hand that are considered taboos. And people that are watching, please write in and please send off what you want. Ideas of what you think of this show. Mo's in the US, Steve is in Singapore, Daryl's in Singapore, and I would like to thank everybody. And Mo, have a good evening. Daryl, thank you very much. Steve, you gotta work on your connection, man. On that note, guys, next week I am going to be talking about squat goals versus squat O's. So you got to tune in same time next week, and I will reveal what the topic is about. On that note, thank you very much. Enjoy your day.
If you're with me, I can talk to you about squat toilet. Bye, Laila.